Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Kathy Corrin. I'm a pediatric occupational therapist and psychologist and a mum to 2 special needs boys. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing this book, Dude, I'm an Aspie by Matt Friedman, and telling you why I recommend it as a great introduction for your children into the concept of having autism. I'm going to tell you a bit about the book itself, and I'm going to tell you about my son's experience reading the book. And then I'll give you some examples from the book so that you can decide for yourself whether you think this is something that you and your children might share together. As I said before, this was written by Matt Friedman and it's called Dude, I'm an Aspie, Kids Edition. I have no affiliation with the author or publisher, and this is not a paid promotion. So what you're going to get is my honest opinion about what we experienced while reading the book. So the book was written by Matt Friedman and it's titled Dude, I'm an Aspie. And it's important to know that he does refer in this book to Aspergers. I have produced a video talking about whether we should use the term autism or Aspergers, and the link to that video is in the comments below. But this video is just going to talk about this book, and he does use the term Aspergers, and that's fine in the context of this book. In this book, the author talks about his life experience having Aspergers. And what I like about it is he talks about it in simple language that's very relatable. On each side of the book, there's text on one side and doodles on the other. I personally read both to my son, focusing on the text first, and then we explored the doodles, and the doodles really helped to elaborate the text. So this, for example, this text talks about what it feels like being around many people, and the doodles over here have 2 people and he calls it company, 3 people he calls it a crowd, 4 people he calls it crowded, and more people, and he says, in big exclamation marks, get me out of here. I found the way the author discussed his experience with Asperger's was simple, practical, and most important, positively framed. He didn't hide around the challenges, but he did emphasize the strengths that someone with autism may have. I read this book to my son when he was 7. My son is very bright and so found it really easy to take on board the concepts, and actually was an independent reader himself by that time. But I feel like this book can be quite suitable for anyone from the ages of 7 to 10 or even 12. When I read the book to my son, he really engaged with it and enjoyed it, and frequently commented, hey, that's like me, which just showed me how much it meant to him, how much he could relate to the book. But what really, really impressed me is that after I'd read it to him, I left the book lying around, and he ended up reading it to himself a good 20 times over the next few weeks. And actually, even after that, as I've casually left it lying around over the years, he's been able to pick it up and read it himself. He's been interested and he's done it by himself of his own volition. And I think that really speaks to how much he enjoys and relates to the book. But one thing I really enjoyed is that I would hear him giggling as he read the book. And that just filled my heart with such a warm feeling, because it really meant that he was exploring the idea of having Asperger's or autism and actually enjoying the idea, and that it wasn't a negative diagnosis for him. And so this book was a very positive experience for myself and my son, and I've recommended it to many families since. So I would recommend it to you and your family if you're trying to introduce the concept of autism or Asperger's to your child in and around that age gap, maybe 8 to 10 or 12 years old. I do recommend this book. If you liked this video and thought it might be helpful to other families, then please click the like button, which helps YouTube recommend it to others. And if you want, you can also pop onto my channel and subscribe using the link here so you get notified about any videos I do in the future. Thanks very much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.